गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Okay, so now we'll begin this session, the test session, with the questions based on Upadesha Saara, the text which we last completed. Now, before we start the question answer session, maybe first we should know the background of this Upadesha Saara. So maybe Pankaj Bhai can tell us about the background of this Upadesha Saara, how this Upadesha Saara came into composition. What is the background story?
Yeah, Swamiji. One poet, his name was Murugnar. Uh, he was somebody, Swamiji, 1 minute, somebody is joining as observer.
Okay.
One minute.
ये जो स्वामी जी है ना इनका
Okay, Swamiji.
Okay. So continue with the background.
So the poet, poet Murugnar was writing one story. And in that story, he was writing about the rishis who were karmakandis, and they believed that with their action, they can achieve all kinds of siddhi. So, out of lot of compassion, Bhagwan Shankar decided to teach him a lesson. And there is a story about he took the help of Vishnu and descended on the earth and Swamiji, then in between, I'm little forgetting, but ultimately, I think Rishi's wife, they were attracted towards this Mohini, not Mohini, but the young, young boy, and they went to they went after this boy. When these rishis came back home, they found that their wives were missing. So they are going out to search them and finds that they have gone after the one young boy. So ultimately they go to the forest and they look at this boy, young handsome boy, and start a kind of a war against him. But they totally fail, and then they realize that this is not an ordinary human person. So they prostrate to him and ask him, "Who are you?" Then he discloses the identity, and then he starts giving Upadesh. Here, the poet couldn't write. He wrote one shloka, two Upadesh, three Upadesh, and he tears down this paper. Because this is not the Upadesh which Shankar must have given. And ultimately, he was a devotee of Ramana Maharshi and goes to Maharshi for his guidance. Maharshi immediately picks up the pen and paper And at a one stroke, he writes 30 shloks. Now, these 30 shloks are the basis of this Upadesha Saara, Swamiji. This
So,
is the background. And can I add something, Swamiji?
yeah.
Now, this Gita consists of 700 shlokas. And to begin with, karma, Gita says something about karma, bhakti, then dhyana yoga, and ultimately jnana. Here in Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi has covered the entire 700 pages of the Gita, the sar of that 700 shlokas into 30 shloks. And Upadesha, there are four parts. The first one is karma, second one is bhakti, third one is dhyana yoga, or dhyana yoga, and the last one is jnana yoga. This is what Swamiji I know.
Okay, now the first part is Karma Yoga, and the first shlok is Kartuhu Ajnaya Prapyate Phalam Karma Kim Param Karma Tajjadam. So we'll have the questions based on the first shloka. Now the first question based on the first shloka is, what are the three factors needed to gain the fruits of action? Prakash bhai?
First is by command of God, karma phala obtained. We are independent of result of karma. Then we are happy. We have right to work, but the result is given by according to God.
No, here the question is, what are the three factors needed to gain the fruits of karma?
First is by command of God, karma phala is obtained. Second is
Can I say something?
second is karma phala is beyond our control.
No, but the three factors that are needed to gain the karma phala, fruits of action.
First is by control of God, karma phala is obtained. By
Shouldn't there be
surrendering all the karma to the God's feet, lotus feet, and karma phala.
First factor is required is the doership notion, isn't it? The karta.
Achha.
So,
The kartaship, that is the doership notion, is to be.
Karta has to be there in the action.
And kriya.
The first, that karta has to be there, isn't it? The doer has to be there. So there are three factors that are needed for the fruits of action. Is number one is karta. The doer has to be the first one. Without doer, the action will not be done and there can't be any fruits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
and the action should be surrendered to his lotus feet. Lord.
That is later part. Here in this shloka it is not. Kartu ajnaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam. So now here first thing that we need to discuss is that what are the three factors that are needed for the karma, for the action. The first one is the karta. The doer has to be there. Without doer, there can't be any action. Isn't it? So doer has to be there. That is number one. Number two, then the karma. That is the instrument of action has to be there, no? So karma and then the kriya, the act itself. So karta, karma and kriya, these are the three factors required for the fruits of karma. Without the karta and without the instrument of action and without the act itself, the karma will not happen and there will be no results, no fruits of action at all. So these are the three main factors that are required. So karta, karma means the instruments of action, and then the kriya, the act itself. So these three are required to produce the result. If these to produce the action. So without action, there can't be result. without karma, there can't be result. And for that, for the performance of action, the three factors are required. The doer has to be there, the instrument of action, and the act itself. So these three are needed for us to get the result, get the phala, fruits of action. So I hope this is clear now. The
Yeah,
three
Swamiji, can I add something?
Yeah, please go ahead.
The efficient cause, instrumental cause, and which is the last one? Third one, Swamiji?
Material cause.
And material cause. These three are required. And about the doer of the action which you said, Swamiji.
The karta.
The karta, that is the problem. Although the karta does the work, but we take it as our ego, not the energy or the illuminator which is behind the karta. Okay.
So now, so this is now clear now. The three factors that are required for the action and to get the result. The karta has to be there, the instruments of action, and the act itself. And the three causes are required. That is the instrumental cause, the material cause, the instrumental cause, and the efficient cause. These are the three causes. So then the act is done, then we produce something. Some result is there. Now, in this shloka, it is said that karma tat jadam. Why is karma jada? With example, Pankaj Bhai.
So all by itself can't do anything. Say, let us take the example of let us take any instrument. It requires some intelligent principle or a karta. It cannot. Here, what the illustration which is given is plow. Or instrument of pot. A potter is required to perform the action on the instrument of making the pot. So and the instrument of pot, not pot. What do you call this? I forget the name.
The instrumental cause.
Instrumental cause.
The
itself
potter's
is
wheel.
jada. Potter's wheel, exactly. Potter's wheel is jada. It cannot make the pots by itself. It requires the efficient cause, or the what you mentioned is the doer of the action to make the pot. So therefore, it is jada. It cannot produce anything. That's why it is jada.
So anyone can add anything to that?
Swamiji, I can say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Karma is not independent to give the result, because the result depends upon the wish of the Lord. So that's why it is called jada.
Okay. Anyone else want to add anything?
Swamiji.
Yes.
See, Vasana arises desire. And with that, we get into the actions. Creator or Ishvara is the doer. He is karta, he is bhokta. So, karma is not superior, it is a jada.
So here, karma is jada because it can't independently produce the results, any result. Because karma depends on kamana, kamana depends on vasana, vasana exists, vasana can't exist without consciousness, isn't it? So, if an axe is cutting the tree, the axe doesn't know what is the purpose of cutting the tree, nor the axe knows that who is wielding the axe. Isn't it? So the whole thing is jada. So he doesn't know the purpose behind cutting the tree, nor the wielder, who wields the axe itself, and for what purpose. So therefore, karma is considered as jada. It is insentient, and therefore it cannot independently produce any result as such. Now, the next question is, why is karma not param? Karma kim param? Why is karma not param? Pankaj bhai?
Karma is limited by space and causation. And something which is not bound by the space causation is always considered as param.
Anyone else likes to add something? Like to add something to that? Shama Amma.
Can I know the question, Swami?
The question is simple. Why is karma not param? Supreme. Karma kim param? So why is karma not supreme, not param? Can Shama Amma add something?
So,
Okay.
Can I say, Swami, one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
The creator of our karma is Ishvara.
Mhm.
He is the doer.
Mhm.
He is the karta. He is the karma data, and he is the bhukta.
Mhm.
So the karma is not superior, it's a jada.
Mhm. See, one simple way of explaining why karma is not param, the simple thing is that had karma been param, we would have always got the results we wanted.
positive.
Isn't it?
Yes.
If karma was param, we could always get the result that we wanted, but it is not so. We do the karma, but we don't always get the results we want. So therefore, karma can't be param. So it is jada also, and it can't be param. So we should always get the desired result, but it is not so. We don't get the desired result always. So therefore, it can't be param. It is also jada, and it is not param also. Now, who and what determines karma phala?
Can I say?
Okay, Pankaj bhai.
It is the God who decides, Ishvara, decides the say quantum of phala of the karma. Because God has made certain laws, and God Himself is subservient to those laws. Though He is Param, but He will not change those laws according to the different persons. Otherwise, He will be called partial. Swamiji, please ask the question again.
The question is, who and what determines karma phala?
It is ultimately it is the God who determines, and that phala is given according to the God's laws which have been propounded by God.
So it is Ishvara who gives karma phala, but not according to his own whims and fancies.
Yes.
He gives karma phala as per the laws of nature, which he himself has framed, so he can't violate that law. That is one. And anything to add to that? Anything more that we can add to that?
This is a second shloka or first?
Yeah, second.
No, it is the first shloka only. Kartu ajneya prapyate phalam. So, who and what determines karma phala? It is Ishwar who gives karma phala and as per the laws of nature. Okay. And anything to add to that more?
No, Swamiji, pass.
Prakash Bhai can add something? Kshama Amma?
No, Swami.
Swami, our attachment to the karma makes us to fall.
No, that is not the subject here. That is not the subject here. Here it is who and what determines the karma phala. And that it was the answer was given anyway, that Ishwar gives karma phala as per the laws of nature. Anything else to add to that? So, in fact, he is the karta, he is the karma, he is the kriya, he is the phaladhata, he is the bhokta. So, karta bhava in jiva is false. That we can also add to that. Not only that, kartu ajnaya prapyate phalam, that Ishvara gives karma as per the laws of nature. But the reality is that he alone is karta, he is karma, he is the kriya, and he is the phaladata, and he is the bhokta. And this karta bhav that we have, that is actually false. That is not there in reality. We have assumed it and therefore will suffer. I have done something wrong, so there is a sense of guilt. I have done something good, so there is some sense of pride is there. Arrogance is there, something like that. So this karta bhav is there when nothing is done, nobody is doing it. Like Lord Buddha said, deeds are done. So what is happening is that, but there is no individual doer thereof. So this is what it is. So this we have to understand very clearly.
Swamiji, then you are taking a carpet from under our feet, Swamiji.
Under?
Our feet. Because we don't stand anywhere at all.
No, you have to be thorough with the subject. There should be no doubt about that.
Because
So,
everything is done by him.
So that is what Lord Buddha also said. Deeds are done. But there is no individual doer thereof. So this is what Lord Buddha also said. And this is what the essence is in that. When it is said kartu ajnaya prapyate phalam, in that this is what it is done. So karta, karma, kriya, phaladata, bhokta, everything is that alone. And then we unnecessarily take this and suffer. When there is kartutva abhimana behind the action, then we are we deserve to enjoy or suffer the results of that karma phala. So therefore, karmas are done. As long as the body is alive, karmas will have to be done. We have to do karma. Even a realized master whose ego has been dissolved, even that realized master also does karma. So what is the difference between an ordinary person doing karma and a realized master doing karma? Only difference is that the ordinary person who does the karma, he has the karta bhava. The realized master doesn't have a karta bhava. So whatever the type of karma that may be done through that realized master, the fruits of that karma doesn't accrue to him because there is no kartutva abhimana, because of loss of doership notion with the dissolution of the ego, the finite ego. So that is the difference. And therefore, when something negative may happen through that realized master, but there will be no guilt notion as such. Maybe an expression will be there that shouldn't have happened, it happened, that's it. But there is no guilt feeling as such because there is no karta bhava in that, it happens. So that's it. So having discussed this first shloka, the questions, now we move on to the second shloka. Kruti mahad udadav Patana karanam phalam ashashvatam gati nirodhakam. So now the questions will be based on this second shloka. Why is karma phala called ashashvatam, impermanent? Pankaj bhai.
Swamiji,
Hmm.
any action
Hmm.
produces the consequence,
Hmm.
or what we call the phala, fruits
Hmm.
of action.
Hmm.
Now, that if it's favorable, the fruit of action is favorable,
Hmm.
it leaves the vasana within oneself.
No, first understand the question. The question is, why is karma phala called ashashvatam, impermanent?
Yeah, Swami, because it gives, it yields
Temporary.
the fruits
Hmm.
or the result.
Hmm.
But then, once it is, immediately you go to the second karma, third karma. It
Hmm.
it doesn't give it doesn't give you a permanent happiness or permanent.
Why it doesn't not give a permanent result?
Because Swamiji, we are limited, our organs are limited.
Hmm.
The doer, that what we do, we are also limited. So
Hmm.
how can the infinite result can be obtained from these limited organs or limited body?
Hmm. Good. That is good way of saying it. So actions are performed through finite instruments, isn't it? So the person's limited capabilities are there. So instruments are finite, capabilities are limited, and of course we are limited by space and time also. And the finite karma from the finite capabilities, finite instrument is performed in the finite sansara. So when everything is finite, how can an infinite result accrue from that?
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
So why is karma phala called ashashvatam, impermanent? Because everything is finite.
Finite.
Finite cannot produce infinite, isn't it?
yeah.
So it can never give a permanent result, an infinite result. So therefore, the result is also limited and finite. So therefore, all the karmas that are performed, it gives only in the limited field. So the karmas are performed in the limited field and limited results or fruits will accrue from that. Now, if we go further, anything to add to that? Finite karma cannot give an infinite result. Anything to add to that?
No, Swamiji.
Karmas in any field gives only limited and finite result. Whether it is the worldly, religious or spiritual field, nothing can give permanent result. This has to be understood very clearly.
Why is
Finite,
spiritual field? Why is spiritual field also?
yeah, we'll come to that. We have done that, but then we have forgotten it.
No, there is an unlimited result, isn't it?
Yeah, so when karmas are performed, now we do puja part and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
So they have got a limited result. Some siddhis are obtained to certain karmas, certain practices, we get siddhis also. So if siddhis have been obtained to certain karmas by nature are limited, finite. So the siddhis will obtain, but that will not be everlasting. That is
Right.
not permanent. Again, through some other karma, we may lose those siddhis. Okay, so it is religious or things like that, or in the worldly field also. In spiritual field also, the siddhis and things like that, what we do. So they are not to obtain the infinite. Only the finite phala only we can get from that. Okay. And one important thing is that unlike in other religions, only in Sanatana Dharma, Swarga and Naraka are impermanent. They are only temporary. Shine punyam martya loke nivartante. So when somebody goes to Swarga, after he exhausts his punya, he is back on earth, on the martya loka, planet earth. Similarly, somebody goes to Naraka, Chine Papa Martyaloke Nivartante. When his Papa karmas are all exhausted, he is back here. Unlike in other religions, it is permanent. Once the person dies, if he has done good, he will permanently reside in heaven and then or permanently in hell. That is like saying that in our 70, 80, 90 years of lifespan on this planet Earth, what is that compared to the infinite time span? There is no comparison. And whatever we do, how can it give the infinite result of a permanent residence in heaven or permanent residence in hell? It is impossible. So therefore, only in Sanatan Dharma, they are temporary locus. They are not permanent. Unlike in other religions, once you go to hell, you are permanently there, eternal life. How can the finite time span on this planet and the karmas performed, finite karmas performed by finite instruments, in the finite field limited by space and time, give an infinite result? It is impossible. Mathematically, it cannot be accepted. That finite cannot give infinite. So therefore, this is impermanent. So karma phala is ashashvatam, impermanent. It cannot give a permanent result. So there is permanent, there is no such thing as permanent residentship in heaven or hell or things like that. No, absolutely not. So therefore, this should be very clear. There should be no doubt regarding this. So why is karma ashashvatam, impermanent? It cannot give a permanent result. No finite can give anything infinite. That is plain and simple. Mathematically, it can't be accepted. So then, after this, the next question. Why is karma called as a vast ocean? Prakash bhai.
Karma is a wide ocean which actions gives either desired results or undesired, which is so we are attached to that, to karma. Now, example is the waves and the oceans. A small wave thinks about the big waves and ultimately wide ocean. Ultimately, he is merged with the water. So there is no small or big or ocean. There is only a water.
No, here the question is Kruti Mahad Udadav. So what does it mean? Why is karma called as a vast ocean? That is never-ending ocean, a vast ocean.
Because it gives both type of results, either desirable or undesirable result.
And then?
So we are attached to that karma.
And then what happens?
Then who is the doer with limited actions?
No,
comes here.
Now the doer doesn't come in the picture here. Here the question is that why is karma called as the vast ocean?
Can I say, Swamiji?
Yes, Pankaj bhai.
Because action performed and gives the result. Result does not satisfy forever because it's as you said that it gives a limited follow. So again and you are attached to the result also, and it produces the another action. Again, the consequences are there, or karma phala is there, and it's a vast action, consequence, we never come out of that. We never come out of that. Therefore, it is compared to a vast ocean, Swamiji.
So karma, when karma is performed, we get results. It may be good or bad. If it is a good result and we enjoy it, then we want to repeat it again and again. We get attached to the result and we want to perform the karma to get the same result and to enjoy it. So once, twice, and it continues like that. So there is no end to it. In both ways it happens, and a negative result comes, we think that, okay, next karma will give me some positive result. And it goes according to that also. In whether it is positive result or negative result, we are involved in karma. Say, for example, a gambler is gambling and is continuously losing. But what he thinks is that maybe the next game I'll win. Maybe the next game I'll win. And he goes further and further into debt. So, Kruti Mahat Udadav. Karma is a vast ocean. There is no end to that. If we get good result, we want to keep on repeating it again and again to enjoy that. Even if we get a negative result also, we want to do the karma again to get a positive result out of that. And that also pulls us back into the vortex of karma. So it goes on like that. So that is why karma is called as the vast ocean. There is never ending to that. Now, the next question on the same shloka is, what is the real cause of fall or barrier? Here, Ramana Maharshi talks about patana karana. What is the real cause of fall or barrier? Prakash bhai?
That is, we are trying to get infinite result by doing finite things. And this is the obstacle in the spiritual path.
Anything more you can add?
Who is the doer with the limited actions, which is the finite world? And we are not getting infinite results. This is the obstacle in the path of spirituality.
Anything else? Pankaj bhai would like to add something?
Yeah, Swami. You see, this vicious circle of action, enjoyment is never ending, never ending. And that causes a mental disturbance. Or rather, we say that we are so much attached to the fruits of the action. So we always try to seek the solace or the happiness outside. And the real happiness, lies within us. So it doesn't give us the chance to, and that real happiness one gets only when the mind is very serene and very quiet. And so it doesn't, our mind is always agitated. So it is a Gati Nirodhaka, meaning it hinders the progress, spiritual progress of the person. Why only spiritual? Even he cannot enjoy his life, Swamiji.
So, what is the real cause of fall or barrier? And a barrier, that is the patana karanam, to progress. So, karma or karma phala is not the cause for fall or bondage. So, it is the attachment to the phala is the main cause. When we are attached to the phala. When we do karma without the attachment to the phala, then it will not bind us. Because of this attachment to the phala, when the karma phala comes, then good or bad karma, according to that, we develop ragadvesha. We enjoy or suffer and we develop ragadvesha, likes and dislikes. Then that binds us for lives together because of ragadvesha. So when there is no attachment, there is no raga dvesha, then there is no barrier at all, no bondage, nothing. But that is not so. We are attached to the karma phala and we enjoy or suffer according to the karma phala. And then that leads to raga dvesha, that is likes and dislikes, and that binds us for lives together. I like this, I don't like that. And accordingly, we develop the impressions, the vasanas. And according to that, the kamna will be there. Something which I like, I desire to have it. Something which I don't like, I desire that it should not come in my life. It goes on like that. And then we are bound by that. So, karma phala comes, and then there is no raga dvesha, there is no attachment to the karma phala. It has come, you experience, exhaust, and finish it off. That's it. So there is no raga dvesha, nothing like that. So this is an important aspect that needs to be understood. Now we move on to the next shloka, shloka 3. In shloka 3, now here Brahmana Maharshi says, Ishwar arpitam nechaya krutam chitta shodakam mukti sadakam. Now, if karma binds us, if there is an attachment to the results of karma, and because of our raga dvesha, the karma is binding us, it's putting into bondage. So what is the solution? Because only a dead body can be there without doing any karma. If a living body is there, that body has to do karma. For basic living also, that karma has to be done. So without karma, we can't live for a single moment. So now, if karma phala, karma and karta bhava, that is all binding, what is the solution? Now here it is, Ishwararpitam nechaya krutam chitta shodakam mukti sadakam. Now based on this shloka, shlok 3, the first question, how do we negate karta bhava?
Swamiji, can I say?
Okay, go ahead.
You can negate the karta bhava by doing every action that you do, you surrender to the Lord. As
Good.
if you are doing to please the Lord.
Aha.
And at His lotus feet, and you have no attachment to that karma. Oh, it is only for it. Make it only your sadhana, and your ultimate goal should be the self-realization.
So to negate karta bhava, we should offer the karma at the feet of the Lord. So karma yoga, what happens is that we shift the focus of karta bhava to the Lord, from ourselves to the Lord. So now he is the karta and he is the phaldata, he is the bhokta. So this is one way of reducing this karta bhava. And when he is the doer, then the karma phala, whatever is comes, that is accepted because he is the doer. Now, continuing on the same shloka, the next question is that what should be our attitude towards the karma phala now? Now, in the first question, we have given the karta bhava to the Lord. We have surrendered our karma to the Lord. Now, what should be the attitude towards the karma phala? Prakash bhai?
We should surrender to God, lotus feet, or all karma without attachment, which causes purification of mind and means to liberation.
Now, here the question is, what should be our attitude towards the karma phala?
Swamiji, can I say?
Okay.
Without attachment, we should accept the karma phala. Without attachment, we should accept the karma phala, whether it is desirable or undesirable.
And then Shamama wanted to add something.
Everything that you, the result that you get should be, whatever God gives you should be accepted like a prasad, with a prasad buddhi. That whatever He gives for the good of this thing, for me. Because I am nothing, everything is He.
So whatever phala comes, we accept it as prasad, as prasada. And what is this prasada buddhi? When we go to the temple, do we insist on a particular type of prasada?
No.
whatever the pujari there gives us, we accept it. We don't insist on a particular type of prasad or a particular quantity of prasad. No, whatever comes, we accept it. And not only we accept that, we also share it with others also. We
Yes.
bring it home and share it with other people also. This prasad I brought from the temple, please take it. Little bit. Even if it is small quantity, little bit everybody we give. So that prasada buddhi has to be there, that whatever comes, it is coming from the Lord. Now, in the first question was how to negate this karta bhava. That is by shifting the locus of karta bhava towards the Lord, that everything the Lord is doing. So having shifted that, then whatever the karma phala accrues, it is coming from the Lord as prasada. Isn't it? Like we take offerings to the temple and offer it to the Lord, and then the pujari, after offering, he gives us the prasad also. Whatever is there out of that offering, he gives us as prasad. So we accept it. So similarly, now that karta bhava is the Lord, we accept the phala as prasad, and then there is no complaint. No, I wanted that prasad, not this prasad, or this much quantity, not that quantity, and all that thing. No, no, no. Then whatever comes, we accept, and cheerfully we accept it is Lord's prasad. And everybody whom we give, they also cheerfully, oh, this is Lord's prasad. Let me have a little bit of that. So prasada buddhi has to be there whether negative result accrues. For positive result, it is easy to have prasada buddhi. But for negative result also, there should be prasada buddhi. That is
So,
important.
Swami, I want to add two things.
Yeah, okay.
The first one, saying is fine, but this is what I do, therefore I'm saying this.
Mhm.
That I am the instrument, he
Mhm.
does the work
Mhm.
through me.
Mhm.
His work is from through me.
Mhm.
And I find that that is the, for me at least, best way of eliminating the ego-based
Mhm. Mhm.
karma. You see,
Mhm.
Swamiji?
Yeah.
And second one
Mhm.
is the greatness of Bhagwan Raman Maharshi.
Mhm.
The entire philosophy of chapter 2 of Gita
Mhm.
is stored in just two, two lines.
Mhm.
In this shloka, the entire chapter of that Karma Yoga
Mhm.
is stored in this shloka number 3.
Mhm. So, the prasada buddhi, so that is accepted. Now, on the same shloka, another question. Why we can't be karta? Why we can't be the doer? Why we can't be karta? What is the reason behind that?
Can Pankaj Bhai say?
Okay, go ahead.
Because body, mind, and intellect that one has,
Hmm.
action is performed through body, mind, and intellect.
Hmm.
And that is given by the God.
Hmm.
When I took birth in this world,
Hmm.
the entire my physical body
Hmm.
plus mental mind as well as I came as a ready-made package, and that was all given by the God.
Hmm.
So
Anybody else like to add to that?
what is the
What is the
question?
question, Swamiji?
Question is that why we can't be karta? Why we can't be the doer?
Because doership is offered to God. So
Hmm.
God is Karta.
No, that we have already discussed it. Now, this question is why we can't be karta. The question was earlier, how do we negate karta bhava? That time we said that we dedicate it to the Lord. Now, why we can't be karta? In the first
Swamiji,
place, yes.
because I think because it is not because of your own efforts that you are getting this result. It is all because of His grace that you are getting everything.
So, but
Your efforts are not there.
no, but
He,
why? No, why we can't be that karta? Pankaj bhai? Now, why we can't be karta? Because the three Shaktis, Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, and Kriya Shakti, they belong to the Lord. Isn't it? So, without which action is not possible. Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, and Kriya Shakti, they belong to the Lord, without which action is not possible. Therefore, we cannot be karta. So, what should be our attitude? Our attitude should be of being a nimitta matra, through which the Lord performs the action. Because these three Shaktis, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Ichha Shakti, all these three Shaktis belong to Him. So therefore, we are nimitta matra through which the karma is performed. So deeds are done and there is no individual doer thereof. So now after that, the next question on the same shloka is, what is the means of mukti or liberation? See here, in this shloka it is said, Ishwararpitam nechaya krutam chitta shodhakam mukti sadhakam. So what is the means of mukti? Pankaj bhai?
The answer is in this stanza only, Swami. That do,
Chitta Shuddhi.
that if we perform the action as an instrument of in Ishwar's hand, and have a prasada buddhi, then we will not generate the what we call vasanas, sanskars, and all those things. And that is the which is a cause for cycle of birth and death. So therefore it is a mukti sadhakam.
So chitta shodhakam, mukti sadhakam. So chitta shodhakam. So what is the means for the mukti? Is the purified mind is the means for mukti. Purified mind is the means for mukti. And what purifies the mind?
Sadhana, inquiry.
What purifies the mind? What is the sadhana?
Surrendering to God, surrendering our karma to God without any attachment to the results.
Good. So it is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga purifies the mind. So when does karma becomes yoga? Karma will become yoga because everybody does karma. So if the karma is done, any karma that is done, it is not karma yoga. Karma becomes yoga when it is done desirelessly. Nishkama karma. When we do Nishkama karma, then it becomes yoga. Then we advance further. Kartutva abhiman rahit nishkama karma. That is an advanced stage. So that is egoless. That doership notion is not attached to the karma. So this nishkama karma, where I am doing the karma, but I do not want the results that accrue from that karma. Like the ones who do the social service or the volunteers the service, not for any salary or payment or anything like that, goes and does the service there. I want to do some seva. I don't expect anything from that. And nishkama karma. So nishkama karma purifies the mind, and the purified mind is the means for mukti. Because the purified minds will be apt for contemplation of the higher reality. Now, with this question, the 3 shlokas get over. Here the Karma Yoga gets over. Now we enter into Bhakti Yoga. So the questions will be related to now Bhakti Yoga. Now here, before we begin the question on Bhakti Yoga, first question I want to ask is that in one word, what is the difference in our relationship with the Lord and with the samsara? Shamamma.
In relationship with the samsara, there is always expectation. You desire for something, but in relationship with Lord, there is no expectation. It is pure love.
Anything else?
Relationship with Lord is a nitya, and with samsara is anitya.
Anitya.
Good. That is very good. So in one word, if you have to say our relationship with the Lord and the samsara, it is nitya and anitya. With Lord, it is nitya. With samsara, it is anitya. So that is what it is. And the next question is on that Bhakti Yoga. What are the 2 most important factors for bhakti? Without which bhakti is not possible.
Can I say?
Okay.
The first one, very first one is surrender. The first one is love, prem. Unconditional love. And second one is surrender, complete surrender. Without these two, bhakti is not possible.
So surrender, complete surrender is Shraddha.
Shraddha.
Without Shraddha and Prema, bhakti is not possible. Somebody says, I am a bhakta, they should have these 2 qualities. For a true bhakta, total surrender. Shraddha means just not faith or vishwas or something like that. It is faith plus the element of surrender. Without the faith plus element of surrender, without that element of surrender, the meaning of Shraddha is not complete. So that Shraddha plus Prema, unconditional love. Without these 2 factors, bhakti is not possible. So sometimes, generally people say that, well, I have Shraddha in the Lord. And then at the same time, they say, now I'm worried about something. So immediately he has to be asked, hey, just now you said you have Shraddha on the Lord, but then you are saying that you're worried about something. Shraddha and Chinta cannot remain in the same mind. Either there is Shraddha or there is Chinta. If there is Chinta, there is some flaw in Shraddha. When you are totally surrendered, there will be no Chinta, absolutely. So that is the sure sign that you have total Shraddha, you have surrendered completely. What is the sign? The only sign is there is no trace of any Chinta or worry in any corner of your mind. I have surrendered completely, I have got nothing to say. Like when a ship is in the storm, everybody is running helter-skelter. The small child is there, he feels it all fun, it's all fun. But then somebody tells him, are you not scared? The ship may sink or something like that. Then he suddenly becomes scared, but he goes and sits in his mother's lap. And sitting there, now he's not afraid of anything. Because he surrendered at the feet of his mother, she will take care of everything. I don't have to bother about anything now. So that surrender, when there is the surrender, then there is no trace of any worry. If there is trace of any worry in any corner of our mind, there is some flaw in our Shraddha. We have to reflect and contemplate on that. So for a true bhakta, to be a bhakta, there is absolutely no question of any chinta. Total surrender and unconditional love. These 2 factors are the most important factors for true bhakti. Without these 2 factors, there cannot be any bhakti. Just doing puja every day. I do Shodash Upchar puja every day. But are you doing it with bhakti? bhava, Shraddha bhava, or just because it has come from parampara and you have to do it and you do it as a ritual, that doesn't help. So, let us take the first question on Shlok 4, the first shloka of this Bhakti Yoga. Kaya Vang Manah Karyamuttamam Pujanam Japash Chintanam Kramat. Pujanam Japah Chintanam Kramat. So, based on this shloka, the first question: what are the three levels at which bhakti is practiced and in what form? Shabamma.
Shamama is at the door, Swamiji.
Okay.
Somebody else.
Because
She'll join in a moment.
yeah, because this is the topic of bhakti, so I thought I should ask her the question.
Yeah. She'll join. Somebody. I'll
Okay.
answer on her behalf. Swamiji.
Okay, go ahead.
This is physical level, mental level, and intellectual level. Swamiji.
Mental and intellectual are the same. So, physical and in between physical and mental level, something else is there, isn't it?
It's a body, speech, and mind.
Physical at the level of the body, at the level of the speech, and at the level of the mind. So, the three levels at which they are practiced. And in what form are they practiced? The second part of the question. So, what are the three levels at which they are practiced? It is body, speech, and the mind. And in what form are they practiced?
At body level, it is puja, what we call it, worship. At speech level, it is japa. And at mind level, it is, I think, contemplation.
Chintanam. So this is, so at three levels they are practiced, body, speech, and mind, in the form of puja, japa, and chintanam. Now the next question on the same shloka is, puja, japa, and chintanam serially is practiced on what? Has Kshamama returned?
On idol, on the idol, Swami.
So this puja, japa, and chintanam serially is practiced on what?
On the idol of Lord.
That's all?
Puja is for Rupa.
Roop, Naam, and
Japa is a
Swarupa.
Nama. Sorry.
Yes.
Japa is Nama.
Okay.
And
So this
is of Swarupa.
So this puja, japa, and chintanam, they are serially practiced on Rupa, Nama, and Swarupa. So puja is of the Rupa, and then japa is of the Nama, and chintanam is the Swarupa. Swarupa. So puja is of the idol worship we do. The puja is of the idol. And then the japa is of the Nama of the Ishta Devata, whose idol we are worshipping. And Chintanam of Swarupa, it is the Chintanam of the ideal behind the idol, the Swarupa behind the Rupa. So this is at the three levels. The puja is done, Rupa, Nama, and Swarupa, the worship, the bhakti practice. So now the next question is, why are they progressively taken as superior to the previous one? With some example. So puja, japa, and chintanam, they are progressively taken as superior to the previous one. Why so?
Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Puja is easy to do it because it involves the body also. Because it involves body.
And nothing else?
body, mind, and body, speech, and mind.
So all
So
three.
all three. It's like a tricycle, which is easy to ride on. Then speech is only on. Sorry, japa is on speech and mind. It's like a bicycle, little more difficult. And the contemplation is only at mental level. And it's like a monocycle, something what we see in circus, which is most difficult. It
Yes.
doesn't have support of other two.
So therefore, it is more difficult and therefore superior also.
Yeah.
So in puja, we have the help of all three, body, speech, and mind. So comparatively, it is easier. In the japa, it is speech and the mind, and in chintanam, it is only mind. So progressively,
Swamiji, one question can I ask?
yeah, go ahead.
Contemplation, how come that it comes into this bhakti?
Contemplation which comes into bhakti because once you start idol worship, when you progress, when you progress further on idol worship, from Rupa, when you are worshipping your Ishta Devata, then you want to know more about your Ishta Devata. Now you just are attached to the form, attracted to the form. And then you want to know more about the Ishta Devata, about his Leela and all those things. And then you get deeper and deeper into that. And that is how you then go get into the Nama and Swarupa beyond that. So this is a slow progression. That is why in Sanatan Dharma there are only two paths, Bhakti and Jnana. From Bhakti also we slowly reach to the absolute truth. From Rupa to the Swarupa. And the Swarupa is no different from you. So as in the Jnana Yoga also, it is only focused on the Swarupa, the real self. So therefore, these two are the only paths. All other paths are an aid to these two paths. Karma Yoga, just by Karma Yoga or Nishkama Karma Yoga or Kartutva Abhiman Rahit Karma Yoga, which is very difficult, one cannot realize the self. But it will help because the mind is thoroughly purified, and a purified mind can easily contemplate on the higher reality. Similarly, Ashtanga Yoga can help in Asana Siddhi and making the mind single-pointed. But after doing that, that single-pointed mind with that Asana Siddhi, we can come to contemplate on the higher reality. But it is only Bhakti and Jnana that can take us to the ultimate goal.
So can I say, Swamiji, contemplation of bhakti, what we are talking about, one practices very diligently, sincerely. He glides into the Gnana Yoga.
Yes. There are examples of bhaktas becoming jnani. One very good and famous example is from Maharashtra, the great Saint Tukaram Maharaj. He was the bhakta of Lord Vithala. And he was chanting, his abhangas are all in the praise of Lord Vithala. But when the bhakta and the object of bhakti, the devotee and the object of devotion, when they became one, he had Advaita Darshana. And therefore his latter abhangas are all on Advaita. How come a bhakta is talking about Advaita unless he has realized that? Now, this is a very good example of Sant Tukaram Maharaj. A pure bhakta of Lord Vithala became an Advaitin. Similarly, Namdev Maharaj was also a bhakta of Lord Vithala. He got darshan of Lord Vithala when he was barely 8-9 years old. And he thought that that is all that is needed. But Lord Vithala knew he is only attracted and attached with my form. He doesn't know the Swarupa, which is no different from him. So therefore, he was sent to Visoba Khechar, his guru, from where he acquired the knowledge of the self. Same thing happened to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was a great devotee of Devi Ma. he was attracted to and attached to the form of the Devi, and Devi knew very well he'll never know the Swarupa, which is no different from him. Therefore, Totapuri Maharaj was sent to him to impart the knowledge of the self. So, from Rupa one has to progress, a Bhakta should progress from worship of the Rupa to the Chintana of Swarupa. From Nama, Rupa, Nama and Swarupa. So that is how Bhaktas become Jnani and Jnanis also become Bhaktas.
Hmm.
So these two are important. And then furthermore on this, we'll take it on in our next session. So this is an important aspect that we have to understand. So the next shlokas, we'll take it in our next session.
Yeah, Swamiji,
Yes.
I must say one thing.
Yes.
Meeting with you, Swamiji, on Friday really ignites the passion for spirituality.
It should always be there, 24/7, every moment.
Yeah, we are doing it, Swamiji. But I
Even
don't
when
know.
we are not talking to anyone also, we are not doing anything else also, or even if we are doing it also in some actions also, that in the background, it should go continuous.
Yes, that is what I am saying, Swamiji. That it goes on in our mind, at the back of the mind. I would say not back of the mind, even front of our mind also,
Yeah,
Swamiji.
in every which way possible.
Yeah, but with you, Friday session really gives really ignites it, Thank you very much, Swamiji. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we conclude.
Yeah, one minute, Swamiji. Jyotiji, any question you have? She's an observer, Swamiji.
Okay.
She is joining after a very, very long time.
Oh, okay. So any questions?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Maybe I will compile it properly the next time. And it's very interesting. I would like to share this with you. Just today, I was thinking of these very topic that you were talking about, and I was sitting in front of Baba and asking him, why is it I'm not understanding this? And something made me join your class today after so long. And most of my answers have come today. I don't know how to tell you people,
It
just
happens.
amazing.
Yeah, it happens. See, when His grace is there, His blessing is there, His grace is there, we are at the right time, at the right place, we meet the right person, we get the right instructions, and many of our questions get answered without actually asking the question.
Yes, that's what happened today. But there is one topic, I think I'll take it next time because it
okay.
I think
next Jyotiji, next time we'll take it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Swami. Thank you.
Mario.
So she's a student of I forget his name. Jyotiji.
Nisargadatta
Maharaj.
Oh, Nisargadatta Maharaj. Oh. I am that. His book, which you have read, I'm sure you must have read that. Oh. He has written so many other books are also there, but that is out of the world.
And she's a doctor by profession, physiotherapist, I think.
Oh, very good. So, shall we conclude now?
Yes, Swamiji.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om to everyone.
Hari Om, Swamiji.